What's up, outdoor living companies? So in this video, I want to talk about what separates a successful contractor that's doing millions upon millions of projects per month versus the average contractor. So there's a couple of things I want to reiterate on this video, and it'll essentially take you step by step what really separates contractors in your local area. I'm sure you probably also seen, if you're not the most successful contractor, there's other contractors doing way bigger numbers than you. And these are a couple of simple steps that you can make in order so you can reach the same level as them. So, number one crucial bit of contractors is we really need to focus on lead flow. So whether it is from organic, from your social media, or it is from referrals, which most of the time it is from referrals, or Angie's List, or having your own paid ads, the most crucial part of a business in general is lead flow. If you don't have lead flow, you don't have a business at all. If you don't have lead flow, you can't go to appointments. If you don't have lead flow, you can't close appointments and you'll have no revenue for your business. So before the sale, I allocated into two different sections. One is before the sale, what successful contractors do before the sale, and what successful contractors do after the sale. So number one is focusing on increasing lead flow. So they're always looking for ways that we can have more leads into our business. And with that, a lot of contractors, what they want to do is they focus on things and inputs that don't really allow them to grow their business. For example, waiting for a lead to come in from referral or waiting for Angie's List to send them a lead. That's not really reinvesting into your business, right? With Angie's List, maybe, but even then the leads are not good. So we really need to focus on inputs that allow us to have bigger outputs. So with successful contractors, they focus a lot on reinvesting back into the business. How can I take one profit from one job and grow into 2 or 3 jobs? This is how you really scale up a company to millions of dollars per month. And with that, they do have allocation of marketing budget. So the biggest players in your space are probably spending money on marketing, whether it's from mail-in and they send emails or they send letters to homeowners in your area, or whether it's paid ads. For most of the time, a lot of the successful contractors do use paid ads. So they always have marketing running. In a sense where even if the economy is not good, what we really need to focus on is how do we get people that do have the money, that don't really need financing, that do want something installed in their backyard, how do we get it from those eyes? So they always have marketing running in some degree. Whenever there's blood in the water, I'll get into that later in this video, you never want to shut off your source of the fire, right? Because if you have no lead flow, you have no business. You can't close any jobs. And with that, they also have a referral flywheel. So every client that they work with, they have their friends and family know about the project as well. So whether it's through SMS automations, email automations, they always have something that's generating referrals on the back end. Because I'm sure you as well, you probably focus a lot on referrals coming in, and those are probably the easiest jobs to close. So how do we get more referrals? We ask people for referrals. A lot of people, it's a simple thing, but a lot of people do not ask people for referrals. And just sending a simple SMS to incentivize them to leave you a referral, maybe give $500 cash bonus or 1K cash bonus, it'll do a lot on the back end for your business, right? Because they can tell their friends, maybe 2 or 3, and that'll lead to 2 or 3 more projects. I just want to go back here. And then even with the leads, they have a very fast speed to lead ratio. So you have to get to your lead as soon as possible before other contractors can get to your leads. So let's say you get a lead in from Angie's List or lead in from referral. You have to contact the lead as soon as possible because whenever they opt in, that's when they're the most warm. So they really want a project in their backyard, and that's when you strike them. And so they call leads 5 minutes after opt-in. And then they also have automations and systems to nurture leads. So there's probably a lot of times where, for example, you're meant to call this one lead this day, but you forgot about it. You don't have any automations and systems in place that automatically nurtures the leads. And then you go to a job site and you come back home, you're tired and you forget about it. So with these successful contractors, they do have the systems and automations and maybe even team members that are assigned to follow up with the leads. because follow-up is where all the money is. Even if you send a text, you call them once, maybe they won't pick up, right? But following up with the leads is super crucial, and it can skyrocket your lead to appointment ratio. And then also, the successful contractors focus on sales and closing rate. With a lot of contractors, what I've noticed is they don't allocate any money into developing sales training. And sales training is what separates a prospect, a homeowner, from going with you versus another company, even though it's the same project, right? So sales skills is very important. How do we get them to sell the vacation instead of the process? If they say they want a pool, if they say they want a patio, what is the real reason behind why they want the pool, why they want the patio? The pool is to enjoy on a summer day, to have grandkids over, to swim in the pool. Patio, maybe they want to have football games, and then they can host these cookouts, the barbecues, and everything. You really need to keep reiterating to them of their goals of having this patio. What would that do for them in their family in leisure time, right? And then another thing is a lot of the really successful companies have a sales team, and they're a killer, right? They are trained in sales, so they really understand the psychology behind why people buy. And with a lot of contractors, what I've noticed is they basically pitch a project, they pitch a budget, and they don't really try to sell them the vacation instead of the process. And then after the appointment, number one thing is professional brochures. And you need to have a professional brochure that really separates yourself from the competition as well, right? Because people are very visual. If you have a very stunner brochure, they'll remember you. And also online presence. Your customer, I'm missing two R's, but your customer will search you up after the appointment, no doubt. Because everything online is very, very digital now, right? I'm sure even if you're watching this video, you're online. Everything's online. Facebook's online, Instagram's online, TikTok's online, your website's online, Google My Business is online, everything's online. They've never heard about you, especially if it's a cold lead from Angie's List. They've never heard about you. How do we find out about you online? And with that, you need to have a Facebook page. You need to have Google My Business with good reviews. Even the clients that you close, make sure to send them an SMS or email to incentivize them to leave a 5-star review. And then you also need to have nice, clean, professional pictures on your website. This really separates yourself from the competition because a lot of the pictures that they see is just a job site with dirt laying around, dust everywhere. So you really need to have professional pictures to really sell that vacation. And then go back here. And then the last thing I want to mention is follow-up. The money is in the follow-up. Even after a sales appointment, we have to be following up with leads to make sure where they're at and to constantly be on the back of their mind. Because next thing you know, you don't follow up with them for 1 to 2 weeks, they go with another contractor that just recently came on as an appointment. So we need to be at top of mind whenever we close the prospect. And I just want to come on here. So more so discussing when blood is in the water and the economy is not in good position, no leads are coming in or referrals are dying down. Why would we ever cut the source of the fire? Why would we ever cut marketing expenditure? Because that's what fuels our fire, right? Leads are the source of business. Whenever you cut that source, you have no business. And with a lot of these successful contractors who are doing 7-8 figures, they notice this because they're very good business people. So they know leads are the lifeline of your business. If you have no leads, you don't have a business at all. And that's what I want to cover in this video.